The first quarter of the season already in the rearview mirror, and off we go in Week 5 on EA Sports. And a short kick, taking it about the 16. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
The Eagles take over first and 10 at their own 33-yard line.
So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. The former second-round pick, this is Joe Mixon. It'll go as a loss of 3 right away, and it's second down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, it's nothing but room to run.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. From the gun, it's Wentz. Buying time to his left. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
And this opening drive not going to plan. This is now 3rd and 13. Throwing his Wentz. They'll set up the screen here to Mixon. And he'll only get this to about the 35, well short of the line to gain. 5 yards on the screen, but that'll take us to 4th down.
There's an example of good situational football being played by a defense. They understood where the 3rd down play was, the down and distance, and made sure that they didn't get anywhere near that, bringing up 4th down.
Yeah, they were sniffing out that marker, didn't want to let him get close to there, and now a likely 3 and out to start.
Yeah, I love the way they rallied to the football, got to him, and made sure he didn't give up much run after catch.
Haskins and the Redskins come up first and 10 at their own 20-yard line. First carry of the game for Christian McCaffrey. Gets this to the 24 for a gain of 4.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down, a very solid gain on that play.
At the 24-yard line.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Geis, his first carry of the game. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Buddy up. 50 seconds to Mike. Hey, watch the screen. Watch the screen. Watch the screen. 56 to Mike.
3rd down. Here's Haskins. Got a man. It's Ross. Complete. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 10 yards there. Good for a Redskin first down.
In today's football, where receivers break tackles, make people miss, get upfield for the extra yardage, when you see a play like that where it's caught and he's dropped on the spot, that's a big-time play by the defense.
On first down, this is McCaffrey. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on run downs. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the 2nd level.
At the 34-yard line.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Let's go.
Second down, Haskins. Going deep downfield for Ross. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Ronald Darby. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Oh, man, Brandon, not a real good throw that time. It looked like he tried to put a little too much air under this one, and it turned into a floater. And defensively, this is a dream. He could have fair caught that one. That was way too easy.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Pick it up, guys. Pick it up. Switch it, switch it, switch it. Come on, switch it.
Sunday!
From the gun to give to Mixon. And he'll take this one only up to about his 13-yard line. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves him with a 3rd and 3.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man.
Tight ends on the Ringo. Even. 4 down. Even.
Wentz going to try and throw on 3rd. He'll find his running back, Joe Mixon. And he will have a first down at about the 21-yard line. A strong 8 yards will keep this drive rolling.
And that one was a lot of fun right there because that was the game within the game. 3rd and short, blitz was on. What's the key for the quarterback? Get out of your hands in a hurry. And that was a quick little completion. Got the job done for a first down.
On play action, Wentz. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
From the 21, it's 2nd and 10.
Pick up the ball. Check.
2 jet.
Mike 20. I'm coming after you. Switch. Hey, alert.
Protein spill.
Nickel.
Now with the play clock about to expire, we get a whistle and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10.
Let's go, D. Let's go. Hey, let's get there. 58's the money. 50.
They fake the give. Now Wentz. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 39. So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
Let's go. Here we go. Go to base. He's time to win. Kill.
Now a give, right side McCaffrey. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. On 2nd down, here's Haskins. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. Fletcher Cox, the former Mississippi State Bulldog, ringing the cowbell there on the sack. And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this third and long play as we'll get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is third and long.
56, Mike, 56, right there, 56.
From the gun, Haskins on third down. He'll get this to his speedster, Paul Richardson. They get 7 there, but it brings up fourth.
Paul Richardson. A gain of 7, but it's 4th down.
The field goal unit's going to stay put on the sideline. They're going to go on 4th down here. They're going on 4th down. Haskins. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. Will Fuller, his first touchdown on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Dustin Hopkins on now to add the extra point. It's good, and the Redskins take a 7-0 lead.
Makes the score Redskins 7, Eagles 0.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
36.
A first carry for Trenton Cannon. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards.
Kill.
58, right over there. Yeah. Mike, 58.
Working from the gun, Wentz. And complete to Zach Ertz. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. It's a gain of 13 and a first down for Philadelphia.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
Here's a run on first down that doesn't accomplish anything. In fact, he's going to be tackled behind the line for a loss of 1. Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage, because they're dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, because they bring in your tight end, keep him in. Your running backs, they have to step forward.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jonathan Jones. And the return stops just a little bit shy of midfield at the 48-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. Things progressing to plan so far. Their defense has been solid, and they've got themselves a 7-0 lead after the touchdown the last time they had the ball.
And this is no time to even think about, hey, are we going to milk the clock? Hey, are we just going to do ball control? This is the NFL. 7-0 leads, they don't last very long unless you continue to push the envelope on offense.
2nd and 5 at the 47-yard line.
Geis with a carry on 2nd down. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
So 3rd and 2. This quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. 3rd and 2. Now Haskins. Open man is Ross, complete. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
And the Redskin first down.
Set, ready. Continue running. Continue running. Watch the backer.
Throwing now, Haskins on first down. It's complete to Fuller. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
This is McCaffrey. They'll be brought down at the 21 after a pickup of 4. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on 2nd down.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Let's see what you got. Mike, 56, right there, 56. Let's pick it up. It's out of time, guys. Out of time. Let's get off.
Now Haskins to throw on 2nd down. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. The Redskins on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Now it's Haskins. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked by Ronnie Harrison. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. He's really putting together a spectacular season. That interception, number 11 now on the year.
And I know we're all taught that 7 is a lucky number. I'd say 11 is for him, huh? No doubt about it.
Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And he will forge his way forward only up to the 2-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
I got you.
Now it's Mixon running right. And able to get it across the 20 before they get to it. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
Exactly what they needed right there because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game. Now they can breathe a little easier, some room to operate as they've got it 1st and 10 now out past the 20. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. Justin Reed, the safety, made the tackle. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
This one, Tim.
Check my 33. Check my 33. Watch the run. Watch the run.
Go.
Now they'll throw it. Wentz. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
This defense not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. He came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
Wentz now to throw. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. 12 yards is the pickup. Good for an Eagle first down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Mike 20. Me and you all day. All day. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
Shotgun now for Wentz. He's got the hook up here into Deshaun Jackson. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Philadelphia picking up the first on a gain of 15. Wentz now 5 out of 10, 50% throwing it. Not so hot, but he does have a first down. Now Wentz, flushed out right. And he will not throw it away. He goes out of bounds, well shy of the line of scrimmage, so that's a sack. It's a loss of 4 on the first down play. Well, this has been a good march down the field, but now they're stuck looking at a 2nd and 14. Throwing now is Wentz. That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining. 9th play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on 3rd and long.
3 down.
Kill.
Everyone, Mike 20.
Hey, Charlie.
It's a party now. Mike 20.
Now Wentz. He wants it all for the end zone. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
56. Mike 56.
They'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. He's going to have the first down past the 20. And finally taken down to the 25-yard line. So we've reached halftime with just the lone touchdown here. 7-0 is our score. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. The Redskins in a good spot. They've got the lead. They will get the football as the second half gets underway. This is taken at his 4. And he'll be stopped just shy of the 25 with a penalty marker down. Here's the call. Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that would look pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
Now a run with McCaffrey. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 36-yard line.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Out of the shotgun, Haskins. He's going to have the hook up to Ross. The catch and run, good for 24 yards.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. On first down, this is Geis. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Here we go. 55. Who that?
On 2nd and 9, Haskins going deep downfield for Ross. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Avonte Maddox. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Here's a run on first down that won't even get back to the line of scrimmage. He will lose a yard. 2nd and 11.
We think, Brandon, I like the intensity this defense is showing right here in these first few drives. They're not just holding the line because they're doing their job, but they're doing more than that, aren't they? They're getting a nice push into the offensive backfield.
And a great example right there for the loss on the tackle.
Here we go. 120. Two jet.
Check three.
Hey, team 6.
Hey, Mike 20. Hey, watch the lane.
On 2nd and 11 now. Wentz looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Jordan. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. Last play they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
Here we go. 280.
Double dog. That's the way. No.
And now we're going to get a timeout called by the Redskin defense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter.
Go. 280.
Watch the screen.
Here's Wentz to throw. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
57. Hey, Alpha.
To throw is Wentz. He's going to let this one go deep. And this is taken in at the 5. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A big play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Hauschka adds the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. This is taken at the 3. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Give the sack to Fletcher Cox. He was trying to keep his eyes downfield. Nobody came open.
He's trying to do everything that he had been taught, right? Every bit of the technique. But if no one's open, there is no technique except make sure you hold on to the ball as you go to the ground when you're getting sacked.
After the sack on first down, Haskins. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down.
Completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
Ready.
They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. And I think he's going to go. They're not going to get him. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. Christian McCaffrey, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Redskins have taken the lead. Hopkins with the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7.
14.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. They trail a one-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10. Now Joe Mixon. And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Wentz. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. From the gun on 3rd down, Wentz. Got a man. It's Arcega-Whiteside. Touchdown, Philadelphia! J.J. Arcega-Whiteside, his first touchdown on the year, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Now Hausch could attack on the extra point. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments. They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On 2nd and 9, Haskins.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
Here's Haskins. And able to haul it in is Kittle. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. A handoff, McCaffrey running right. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Haskins got a man open. It's Ross. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
A 3-yard pickup. And it's 3rd down.
So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we played 3 quarters. And that'll do it for the end of the 2nd quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. The Redskins on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This will be 3rd and 5. From the gun, it's Haskins. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 10 yards there. Good for a Redskin 1st down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Haskins now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Here's Haskins to throw. Completes it to the tight end, Kittle. That was play number 7 on this drive, and it got him 7 yards.
There's a completion to the tight end, and I think that we're looking at something out of central casting, frankly.
Absolutely.
I mean,
size, the hands.
Speed. I mean, can flat out run. You put that whole package together, you light up the eyes of an offensive coordinator, don't you?
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. They'll run with McCaffrey. And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
The Redskins on 3rd down. They've been very good, 5 for 7 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. Haskins on 3rd down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Tie game, 4th quarter, and they're going for this thing on 4th down. 4th down, here's Haskins. And no, it's incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And this defense is going to get the football back near midfield, right at the 48. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Now Wentz. They'll set up the screen here to Mixon. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. Give him 5 on the screen play, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still ended up with a solid game.
Now Wentz on 3rd down. And that is incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. So here we go. The offense is going to stay out there. They're going for it on 4th and 8. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. So they're going to come to the line here, and it appears try to go for it on 4th.
3 down.
Great 57.
Check Mike 33. Check Mike 33.
Bravo.
The Eagles indeed snap it. Wentz. And able to catch it, but he's out of bounds. And the throw took him beyond the sideline, and that's going to be a turnover on downs. Boy, an incredibly aggressive move to go for it there. Game tied 4th quarter. You got to be surprised.
I am, and I know that we're in a new era of football. where we look at the analytics sometimes, and a lot of time the analytics tell you to go for it, right? But do the analytics take into account game situation, where we are, all those things? In this situation, I thought it was an incredibly aggressive play.
It didn't work out, and again, tie game fourth quarter makes this thing a little bit more interesting.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on second down. Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. But I bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end, complete. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. George Kittle, his first touchdown on the year. And they are able to break the tie and move out in front here in this fourth quarter. Extra point good by Hopkins. And the lead is now 21-14. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And a short kick, taking it about the 16. And a nice return sets them up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
The Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned it to 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Wentz going to throw. Open man is Arcega-Whiteside. There he goes, right side. Touchdown, Philadelphia. J.J. Arcega-Whiteside with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game, as they can now even this game here in the fourth quarter with the extra point. Here's Hauschka for the extra point. And we are tied here in the fourth quarter. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. Getting down to the good stuff, all tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports.
It's just me and you. It's just me and you. It's just me and you.
So it's Redskin football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Here we go with Haskins. And his throw's going to be incomplete. He was trying to get that one into the hands of Christian McCaffrey. And it's 3rd down. 3rd and long coming up. Defensively, you pressure the quarterback or drape all over the passing lane?
Yes, that's exactly what you do. It's both because they're not mutually exclusive. They may have been at one time in football, but not anymore. You want to have that pressure. And if you have a big-time pass rusher, send him after the quarterback and then make sure you blanket the field.
You can't block me. You can't block me.
Throwing now is Haskins. Complete to the tight end, Kittle, over the middle of the field. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A big 3rd down pickup of 20 yards.
First down, Washington.
Right there, 56. I'm going to run you over.
Now a toss. This is McCaffrey. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
At this stage, you've got to hustle. Got to get back to the line of scrimmage because you're saving that timeout to make sure you have a chance to get your kicker out there for the big shot.
Ready. Mark 56. Man out.
Now it's Haskins. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
Haskins to throw. And that's caught inside the 30. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Now the Eagles will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds left to play. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. McCaffrey on the toss right. And good pressure defensively to stop him for a loss of a couple. And there's also a flag to go with it. You need your wide receivers as blockers. Sometimes they get a hold.
The big runs are often a result of what they do on the perimeter. In this case, got caught holding, and this one will come back.
Haskins will throw. And he'll slide down to avoid the tackle. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down. And we are set for a great finish as that timeout comes in with 2 seconds to go in this football game. So now it all comes down to Dustin Hopkins, and we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left. So now it all comes down to Dustin Hopkins. 2 seconds on the clock. This for the win. And that is no good. And a costly one there as this game remains tied here in the 4th. And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick six or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. This is taken at the 3. He's going to be stopped here with a penalty marker on the field. I'm not sure what this is about. In overtime, you have to be smarter than that.
A personal foul just can't happen. Have to have poise.
After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10.
Here we go. Check.
McCaffrey.
I got it.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down. Not a bad idea to start overtime. Feed the hot hand.
And understand that when you're feeding that hot hand, everyone else is pretty much in agreement on it. You know, a team looks at their game and says, all right, who's playing really well? Let them touch the football, and we'll do our job to help him along.
Alert 3. 22, jet, over. 22, jet, over.
They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And that'll lead here to a third down.
Let's get it. Ready. Hey, hold on. Check 56. Here we go, D. Here I come again. Here I come again. Here I come again. Mike 56.
First throw of overtime for Haskins. Haskins hit, and he lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
So a big move here, playing to win in overtime. They're going to go for it on fourth down.
56. Mike 56. So we got man.
They'll try and throw forward with Haskins. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. The Redskins go for it, but it doesn't pan out. And the Eagles are going to take over in great field position. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. After the penalty, it's Mixon. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage, it'll be back at the 36. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the Redskins' 36-yard line.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. 2 minutes left in this overtime session, and still all tied.
Here we go. 180.
Number 53.
Kill.
Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field, defense.
Tight dog. Mike 53. 53. Mike. Go.
They'll stay on the ground. Mixon again. And nowhere for him to go again. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. Call it no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a third down. Defensively, though, they had a chance there to hit him for a loss. Couldn't get it done.
Looked like someone was able to knife into the backfield, but he wasn't able to get him down. But his compatriots, they were able to grab him at the line of scrimmage and not let him get any further downfield.
Get that quarterback and on.
Wentz now to throw. Now they go screen. It's complete. 8 yards on the screen there, not enough. And it'll be fourth down.
They dialed up the screen pass on third down, and for a second it looked like it was all going to come together, and they had a chance to pick up a first down, but the defense got there and finished it off.
Now a second timeout called for by the defense. They'll be left with just one remaining here at OT. So it's all going to come down to Stephen Hauschka. This to win it in overtime. Now another timeout called for by the offense. They'll be down to just one remaining as we step aside here in overtime. So it's all going to come down to Stephen Hauschka. This to win it in overtime. And he got it. The kick is good in overtime. He's able to split the uprights. We were just treated to an absolute dandy in this one. A great finish in overtime with a long field goal. Everybody, including us, on the edge of their seats. Quite a game.
And it's rare that you get a game into overtime that it doesn't turn out to be a dandy, right? That's what we saw here. And just what you were talking about, a long field goal to win it. So definitely not a gimme. So there was tension all the way through until the ball went through the post.
But it did go through the post. Ice water was in his veins. So for Philadelphia, that early momentum continues here as they move to 4-0. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Denver Broncos. Meanwhile, for Washington, they drop below 500 to 2-3 with a loss. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.